Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double wonders unto the apostles and elders of the great millstone who rule well. And shalom to the hopeful elect. It's Paya Allah from the GMS London camp coming back at you again with his truth. All right. Who is your neighbor? Is the name of this one. Matthew 22 and 37. Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Now, if you're familiar with this story, this is when Yahushua was approached, okay, being tempted by a lawyer, all right, and asked what is the greatest commandment of them all. And these are the two greatest commandments of them all, in which the whole law basically stands upon, all right. Matthew 22 and 37, Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. This is the first commandment, the first and great commandment, okay? So this shows you that Yahushua, the one the world calls Jesus Christ, weren't saying don't keep the laws in the Bible. In fact, he was saying keep the laws. He kept the laws himself. He had a beard on his face, all right? And even the wicked, the so-called white Jesus, basically that he's got a beard as well, man. That shows you that they knew that the Lord, he kept the law. Matthew 5 and 17, go read that, Christians. All right? So this was the first law, basically to love the Lord thy power. And how do you show that you love the Lord? By keeping all his commandments. All right? And it reads on, it says, and the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Now the point being is, who is the neighbor? Okay, who is your neighbor? Now we understand that the Lord was quoting Leviticus. Okay, if you know anything about the Bible, this is why the Bible. This shows you the fact that I have to go to Leviticus 19 and 17 to make you understand the interpretation of that scripture. Shows you that what was said in Isaiah rings true, man. Here a little, there a little, precept line upon line, precept upon precept. That's the way you read the Bible. You got to jump back and forth because different portions of the scriptures were taken from different parts to be put together as a puzzle, man. All right. The secrets of the secrets are given unto the Heavenly Father, given unto his servants of prophets. Amos 3 and 7. Now this is Leviticus 19 and 17. Now this is how we gain understanding of who our neighbor is. All right. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Okay. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor. All right. Your brother and your neighbor are basically interchangeable. Okay. Now, first off, we're reading the first 5 books of Moses. Moses came down from Mount Sinai with what? The law, statutes, and commandments. And who did he present them before? The nation of Israel. Okay? So these commandments were spoken unto who? The nation of Israel. Thou shalt not hate thy brother. Is talking to your fellow Israelite in thine heart, in your mind. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor. Now that's basically shows you that in order for you to love, not to hate your brother, you show love by doing what? Showing rebuke upon him and not suffer sin upon him. So you're not allowed to allow that man to go off because you hate him. You actually have to correct him, be like, yo, bro, you can't do that because that's a sin, okay, onto yourself, all right? And that's how we as a nation will flourish, all right? Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. Again, who's the children? Who's the sons of the people? The sons of Israel, okay? But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Thou shalt love thy brother like you love yourself. How do you show love to your neighbor as yourself? By doing by rebuking him and basically doing right by him. And that's done by following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. I am the Lord. Now, if you don't believe that shows that the children of Israel that's who the neighbor is, let's go up to Leviticus 19. This basically denotes the whole who this whole chapter was addressed to. Leviticus 19 and 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, Ye shall be holy. All right. Now the word congregation means with. Gregation basically is talking about a flock of sheep. Okay, a flock of sheep basically. And who's the flock of sheep? Matthew 10:5 and 6, man. You shall go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. Go ye to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So the Lord was sent unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel, who are the children, who's the congregation, and say unto them, Ye shall be holy, for the Lord your power am holy. And he said specifically unto the children of Israel, Ye shall be holy. The word holy means sanctified, set apart. Okay, and that's what the nation of Israel was set apart. And how do we know this? Because when you go into Second Ezra, it explains that the Lord chose himself one people, Isaiah, also Isaiah 40, I believe, or 45, I can't remember it precisely. He said all the other nations are as a drop of a bucket unto him. The nation of Israel is the light. Okay? And we'll finish with this in case you Bible bashing Christians say that's all the Old Testament. You know, the Lord came to bring in the Gentiles. Let's see about that. Hebrews 8:6. But now have he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant. This is talking about the one in the world called Jesus Christ, who according to the Bible, he's known he's identified as a so-called black man with white woolly hair, all right, flaming, bloodshot red eyes. Okay, and his name is not Jesus, it's Yahweh Shai, all right? And he's a mediator of a better covenant. So a better covenant, which was established upon better promises. Okay, this is dealing with a covenant. For the first covenant had been faultless. Then, for if the first covenant had been faultless, then should no place had been found have been sought for the second. See, if the first promise was perfect, then there wouldn't have been no place for the second, man. There wouldn't be no need for a second covenant. For finding fault with them, who's them? As we read before, I could even show you who them is, because we just have to show you who the covenant was established with. All right. This is Psalms 105, verse 9 and 10. Which covenant he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac. The promise got passed down from Abraham, Isaac unto who? And confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant. So that covenant was made through the line of Jacob unto the house of Israel, okay? And established, that was the established for an everlasting covenant. Everlasting, okay? Let's go back to Hebrews 8. My bad. Okay, so verse 8, for finding fault with them, he saith, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Ooh, so I said it again, but guess what? This is in the New Testament, which is the new covenant, which is bestowed upon who? When I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel. Okay, the 12 tribes of Israel, today known as so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who according to the Bible are identified as Israelites, and the house of Judah, the house of Israel being the northern kingdom, which is denoted today by the Latino tribes and the North American Indians, and the house of Judah, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, okay, according to the splits that happened after the time of Solomon. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in a day when I took them by the hand and led them out the land of Egypt, because they continue not in my covenant. They continue not in my covenant, finding fault with them, for finding fault with them. Therefore I'll punish you for all your iniquities. Amos 3:1. Let me grab that quickly. My mind ain't sharp. Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, your children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up out of the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore will I punish you for all your iniquities. Simple. So the Lord only knew us because why? He made a covenant with us, a promise with us, and we were punished in turn. Why? Because we broke that covenant. And that's why the curses that's written in the book of what? Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, is fell upon who? The children of Israel. Where the niggers, man. Alright? Where the spicks? Where the wetbacks? Alright? Where the tomahawks, man. That's who we are. Alright? And that's anywhere we are. You could have our people that look like so-called white people, and guess what? They'll be calling them. They'll have a name to denote them, like the gypsies. The way they get treated in England is lowly, but for the most part, they're jakes, man. All right. So because they continued on my covenant and I regarded them not, that's why we became a no people as today, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws in their mind, the laws that were given unto Moses, that we were meant to follow because we made a blood sacrifice, a covenant by blood unto the Heavenly Father. He said he'll put those same laws in our mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be their power, and they shall be to me a people. So the nation of Israel is going to be the Heavenly Father's people. So with that, man, I pray you edify. Shalom.